Economist named Mark Perry. He's at the University of Michigan, but he spends most of his time at AEI. And, he really opened my eyes to something. We've been talking about the death of manufacturing for a long time. We talk about it on CNBC really frequently. But the truth of the matter is that manufacturing is now at $2 trillion, its highest dollar level ever in the American economy. It's just down as a percentage of the American economy because its growth rate has been lower than general economic growth, and the employment is way down because of robotics, because of the way that employment's going all over the economy.
We conflate manufacturing with manufacturing jobs.
Exactly right.
And they're two very different things.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But the key thing to remember is that there are a lot of good manufacturing jobs that are coming back to the United States. What they require is a lot of skills. The biggest problem that we have in this country today is not a lack of jobs, it's a lack of skills. And that's a huge, that's a challenge, that's a moral challenge for the country. If you actually have good skills in high, advanced, and flexible manufacturing, you can get a very high-paid job in most parts of the country today.
Is President Trump's sledgehammer bringing a lot of those jobs back?
Well, it's hard to say exactly what's going to happen. It does take a long time. But what you find in rural areas in the United States, the main thing that's holding people back is not a lack of jobs, but because they actually don't have the skills to fill the 6.6 million jobs that are unfilled in America today. So we have an education reform crisis. We need more vocational and technical training in this country if we want a new generation to have opportunities.
Maybe more charter schools and fewer unions.
More charter schools, more vocational schools, more apprenticeships, more trade schools.
You mentioned high-paying manufacturing jobs.
Yeah.
What is that? What's high-paying? What's
well,
the
a high-paying manufacturing job can easily start at more than $20 an hour, and we see these. They require real skills, of course. They actually require
real
training.
Skills like what? I mean, like what? Like.
Well, and something if you're
it's
working
in advanced manufacturing.
Yeah, for example, if you're making razor blades, for example, you think, what is that? I mean, that's just like blue collar labor, like you'd think about it from your father or grandfather's generation. I mean, these are guys in white suits and highly immaculate environments that are highly skilled, and they're making really, really good money. And by the way, they didn't go to college because they didn't need to. And that's an important thing to keep in mind. We have a college for all mentality that's not serving the American economy very well.
And people get over-credentialed for jobs that they don't need, and then they end up in debt.
Exactly right. That's one of the things. If we actually had high school guidance counselors and a culture that was pushing people into trade schools, you can become a skilled welder with 8 to 14 months. We have 500,000 unfilled welding jobs in this country. Those are great paying jobs. They start at like $50,000 a year. And doesn't take very long. It takes a lot of skill and a lot of hard work, but more than anything else, it takes creativity and imagination on the part of American leadership.
Well, part of the problem is geographic dislocation, right? You're going to have 5,000 jobs available, but they're in the wrong states.
Yeah, but there is no wrong state. Americans move.
Yeah.
That's the point. You move when there's opportunity to move. You put your stuff on your back and you go. I mean, my family moved every generation one step ahead of the law. I mean, it was just until we hit the West Coast and had to stop. I mean, the point is that's American.
Bill moved.
Where'd you move from, Bill?
Moved to New Jersey.
I came from California. I moved from California to New Jersey, and I once ran into legendary sports writer Jim Murray out at the Olympic Club in San Francisco, and he said, "Where'd you go?" I said, "I went to New Jersey." He said, "What'd you do? Lose a bet?"
Yeah, no kidding. You won the bet. You're a CNBC.
You won the lottery.
Yes, I did.
You actually won the lottery.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.